Greetings from the Black Hills of Dakota Territory, United States of America. Stan Jabalisco here, proprietor and operator of amateur radio station W1GV, Whiskey 1 Golf Victor. The time is 6:02 p.m. Mountain Standard Time, November 8, 2013. That would be 0102 Zulu on November 9th, 2013. This is the W1AW Bulletin. Just started on 20 meters. As you can see, they're blasting in here pretty good. If they have the same antenna that they had when I worked there, it would be two 5-element Yagis pointed right at me here in Dakota Territory. They're in the Hartford, Connecticut area, and their antennas were, back then anyway, aimed at San Francisco. So that would put their beam right over me, too, as I live here now. Well, I just witnessed something very interesting. Now here's the 18 megahertz bulletin frequency. Nothing. Well, just the weakest. Just at the very background you can hear just something very faint. Nothing on 20 meters. I checked. 21 megahertz. I checked. It was very interesting because just before I started this video, 67.50, just before I started this video, they were coming in really good on 18 megahertz, and then just within the past few minutes, they went from over S9 to just about nothing. So the maximum usable frequency fell below 18 megahertz between Newington, Connecticut and the Black Hills of Dakota Territory over that path, as I actually witnessed it fall below there. So that's very interesting to me. They're coming in pretty well on 40 meters. And now as far as 80 meters goes, this antenna really isn't a good receiving antenna down this low in frequency, but there's an awful lot of noise there. You can just barely hear them. Even with the narrow filter, it's pretty hard. See, I've got these three filters, 500 hertz wide, 250, and 100. Those are pretty good generic CW bandwidths. But what's interesting here, so we can go on to the 18 megahertz band. Now let's switch over to AM. I just checked up on the Chaos band. There's nothing up there either. Now there's some shortwave broadcasts that take place in some bands around here. But I figured, okay, the MUF, maximum usable frequency, just fell below 18 megahertz, and it's probably working its way down. Now that would, of course, only apply between Connecticut and here. I guess I don't dare really listen to these stations and let you hear anything in detail. That would present a copyright issue, I suppose. Rebroadcasting stuff would be a no-no, except, of course, all the way down at 15.000, government station WWV and WWVH, just about right on top of each other here. Let's go down to 10 megahertz and see what we can hear of them there. They should be pretty loud down here, I would think. Not very. Now I'm really surprised at that. I think they may also broadcast at 5 megahertz. Let's listen for them there. There you go. Coming in from Fort Collins, Colorado. At least the last time I checked, they were in Fort Collins. Boulder, maybe. Pretty close by here. Maybe that's why they were skipping over on 10 megahertz. I'm just curious. I wonder if they still broadcast down here at 2.5. If I could even hear them if they do. Yes, they do. Just turned over to 0108 UTC. I think that's what that beep was. Well, they still are broadcasting all the way down on 2.5. Well, let's just take a listen on 40 meters radio teletype. More radio teletype. Back down around here, around 7030. I used to work when I was in my college days, early 1970s, high-speed CW. There's a KB6. He's probably going about 25, 30 words a minute. We used to go upwards of 50 words a minute. I remember back in those days I was able to send on an iambic keyer at about 50 words a minute. But I had trouble going any faster than that. I had to use a keyboard to go faster. And I got up a little over 60. But that was really the limit. And then it, you know, as time went by, I just kind of got burned out on that. I mean, it doesn't really prove a whole lot after a certain point. I mean, it's not like I was a swimmer swimming the 100-meter freestyle in 45.90 or something like that. I mean, it wasn't like I was going to be world famous for doing that. But I'll be world famous now on YouTube. Stan Jabalisco, W1GV, Whiskey 1 Golf Victor, signing off with beautiful music. From W1AW, the place, the old station there, the ARRL headquarters station. Heaven bless them for their code practice. Morse code, CW, still a fine art. Try it sometime. Until next time, W1GV saying 73, and so long.